Yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's go. Here. Good to see you, buddy. I'm going to tweet out today's episode. 1 second, 1 second. Share now. Let's roll. Let's roll. Welcome, welcome. Hey, my buddy Randall showed up. Good to see you, man. Nice to see you. Bill, appreciate the favors in the restreams. Welcome to Meerkat, Randall. Thank you for being here. Who's got the cute baby? Donald, nice to see you. Very cute profile picture. I'm assuming that's yours. All right, guys, we got episode 121 of the Nuna. I am your host. My name is David Bradley. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, I'm dropping in here 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time, and I'm going to deliver to you a noontime nugget about sales, business, and or life. Why? Why would I do such a thing? Well, it's midday. You've had some food for your body. You may be running out of energy. That's why we have a lunch break, right? So you may need to refuel your attitude. You may need to refuel your motivation. Motivation is like fuel. You can't run out. You got to keep it coming in. You got to keep a steady influx of motivation to keep focused. So what I want to do every day for you guys is pop in here, 12 o'clock noon, drop a noontime nugget, something that's going to have to do with either you selling more, handling your business, or just living awesomely, right? And so today we're going to cover all three of those areas by just literally getting into how to become immune to negativity. And there's plenty of it out there. So you got to make sure you can defend yourself against it. So allow me to give you 3 fun facts about me, who I am, why I'm coming in here every single day. Like who is this guy that gets to pop in every weekday and deliver these noontime nuggets? So again, my name is David Bradley. I'm a sales and marketing manager with Grant Cardone. Been working with Grant since March of 2011. 5 years in a row. Okay, but I've been studying Grant since 2003. And Grant's technology took me from barely surviving and selling to thriving in it. And in 2011, I got this amazing opportunity to share this information with other people and help other people become better at what they do, to be better at taking care of their families, to be able to produce more, and to be able to be more successful in their lives. So that's what we do at our company, Cardone Training Technologies. We can find and then handle missed opportunity in your organization, whether this is an organization of 1, 100, or 100,000, and we can increase production for you 15 to 30% in a very, very short period of time. And then we're going to show you how to maintain that so that we're moving your needle and you're trending upwards consistently. All right, so if you want more information on that, if you'd like to know a little bit more about what we do, be happy to have a short conversation with you and see if there's some opportunity for partnership. 310-777-0352 is my direct number. You can email me, david@grantcardone.com. 75% of what we do here is 100% free. Worst case scenario, I guarantee I will give you a tool, a tip, a technique, something you can take with you to improve your business one way or another. 2 things on me. I'm the founder of a hashtag called Rich Man's Gym. This is about home-based strength and conditioning for body, mind, and spirit. Purpose of that, I'm working on my second book. I'll tell you about my first book in a second. I don't believe you got to go to the gym to get in the best shape of your life. I think that's something you can do from home. You can do it in the backyard. You can do it in the garage. You can do it at a local park. Any place you can lug some kettlebells, dumbbells, throw some Olympic rings around a big fat tree. That is your Rich Man's Gym. And you get to work out in the great outdoors. You don't have to wipe off somebody else's sweat off a treadmill. You don't have to wait in line. It's all there for you. Hey, Don Keating, good to see you here. Appreciate you being on the Nooner today. Welcome. Hey, I'm glad you're using the university. You said great stuff. Leave me a message down below. Like the number one thing you've taken away from using Cardone University. How has it impacted you? Like the biggest, most impactful part of Cardone University for you so far. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Vernon Bradley showed up. Thanks for being here as well. James says, congratulations on working for 5 years, David. Here's to many more. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So the third thing on me is I'm the author of a book called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. I smoked cigarettes for 15 years, couldn't quit, could not quit, tried many times to quit and failed miserably. But then I found a way to stop. What's the difference? Exactly. That's what my book is about. StopDon'tQuit.com is the website. The book is called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. This will help you with any habit you need to kick. not just smoking. My dad wrote the foreword to it, and he talks about all the different things that we metaphorically smoke. So the book should apply to any habit you're trying to kick. Check that out. StopDon'tQuit.com is the website on that. If you want more on Rich Man's Gym, I got a blog going for that, www.richmansgym.com. And if you want more on Grant and me, visit CardoneSolutions.com. So let's dig into today's topic. Let me get a swig of water here. So on Tuesdays, I like to talk about a different trait of a great salesperson. And what Grant has been doing, Grant has this list. And if you Google it, top traits of great salespeople, you can find a list of like 50 different traits of a great salesperson. And so basically what I'm going to do on Tuesdays is I'm just going to go, I'm taking one of these things at random, and I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to expand on it a little bit. So today's trait, I also email that out on Monday. So if you want to get on the email, shoot me an email, david@grantcardone.com, and say, hey, Dave, put me on the weekly Trait of Greatness email. You're on there. It costs you nothing, okay? It's a great thing to have to start your week. So great salespeople, and this is great people in general if you ask me, but I think we're all salespeople to one degree. It says great salespeople are immune to negativity. So what I want to ask the Meerkat world, for those of you tuning in, what does that mean to you? Let's just start there for a second. Being immune to negativity, what does that mean? Because in this world, you really can't avoid it. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's coming no matter what you do. It's there. It's out there. It's everywhere, right? We've got an entire industry that is, two probably, dedicated and committed to perpetuating negativity, to disseminating it out. Okay, I've got some comments here. Let me just dig into this here. Don Keating says, I enjoy popping in there. If Kiki, sorry, lost connection. Whoop. Okay, this is great. So Don says, I like to pop in there when I get stuck in a sales situation for guidance and some motivation when down to 10x back up. Yeah, man. That's fantastic. So what Don is saying with Cardone University is he's able to pop in there anytime he needs to get guidance in a sales situation. So he's able to go in there and literally handle anything that's preventing him from getting an extra deal, which is fantastic. Bill says it's not easy to avoid negativity. Randall Heyman says Cardone U will change your life. Best decision he's ever made. That's terrific. James says he's a very positive person and he doesn't get involved with negative behavior. Terrific. Great point. Okay. So the great salespeople, Grant says, they're immune to negativity, meaning they don't want any part of it, like James just said. And they certainly don't want to be around it, and they don't allow it in their space. Now, this is backwards, but it says no negativity allowed here. And then on the other side, we got our friendly reminder to be positive. Okay. So what Grant says in this book, Sell or Be Sold, is you want to treat negativity like the flu, or you want to treat it like garbage. So let's go to the flu analogy for a second. How do you protect yourself from getting the flu? How do you make yourself immune to it, right? Number one, you try and avoid people that have it, okay? But then you also need to make sure that you're doing things that keeps your immune system strong so that if you stumble into somebody who's got the flu, because again, you can't avoid it. If you stumble onto somebody who's got the flu, you want to make sure that your body is in a healthy place to defend against it. So if you've weakened your immune system with poor eating habits and not exercising and maybe drinking and smoking, Marco, then you can strengthen your immune system to be able to repel and fight the flu. So, right? Does that make sense? So how do you translate that into not being negative? So we got another couple comments here. I'm just going to drop in here real fast. Bill says Grant's blog on medium.com deals with the issue too. That's right, it sure does. Vern Bradley says, I know the negativity is not about is not about them, I just consider that it's none of my business. Oh, it's not about me. Yeah, exactly. People's negativity says more about them than it does about you. When they're negative towards you, it says more about them than it does about you, right? So exactly. So the other thing that Grant says to treat flu like, so you treat it like the flu, okay, meaning you want to protect yourself, build your immune system so you can repel it, okay? You also don't want to intentionally expose yourself to it. And then the second thing is you want to treat it like garbage. Think about this, because in this book he makes a fantastic analogy about, like, what would it be like if some guy rolled over to your house with a big bag of trash and just sort of dumped it in your living room? It's the same thing as when somebody rolls up to you and, like, dumps their negativity on you, right? So you wouldn't allow them to do that with the trash, so why do you allow them to do that with their negativity? So you just want to say, hey, save that for somebody else, right? So literally quarantine yourself. Stay out of the environment, okay? That's the first step, okay? The second thing is to do things that are positive for you, that keep you at a place of full positivity, so that when the negativity comes in, boom, bounces off you, right? Remember that saying we used to have when we were kids, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you? Kind of true, right? James says, I know you're not going to be here Wednesday, so I'll listen to some of the oldest ones. Oh, great, man. Thank you very much, okay? So when you hear phrases from people saying things like, I can't, which is a pet peeve of mine. I don't like it when somebody says I can't. Let's always figure out what you can do versus what. Don't tell me what you can't do. I want to hear what you can do. We can't do it. I can't do it. That can't happen. That ain't going to work, right? When you start hearing stuff like that, it should be a red flag for you to maybe just put the filter up, put the screen up, you know? So take all of it, chuck it. It's negative. You don't need it. You don't want to be around it. So in order to become immune to it, there's a couple suggestions that Grant has in this book. So I'm going to review a few with you about how to literally insulate yourself from negativity. If you don't have this book, it's available on a hardcover. It's available on MP3 as well. The way to get more information on this book is to visit a website called www.sellerbesold.info. And that site is literally designed to get you the information about this book so you can make a well-informed decision on it. If you're ready to hook up on it, though, you can visit cardonesolutions.com, click on Grant Cardone Products, and you can get the book. So let's talk about some of these different things you can do to immune yourself from the negativity. Number one, avoid newspapers, television, and radio. That's huge. Look, if the fit is hitting the shan, I'm going to find out about it one way or another. I do not need to have a constant stream of Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. I just don't want it, don't need it, not there. Their job is to keep you in a state of perpetual fear, uncertainty, mystery, what's going to happen, right? That's their job. Why? Well, why is that? So that pharmaceutical companies can sell you antidepressant medication and lower blood pressure medication on the commercial breaks, because most likely you're getting crapped out and it's probably taking your blood pressure through the roof, right? And speaking of blood flow issues, they'll sell you some Viagra while you're at it. Okay, that's all that's about, if you ask me. Number two, just as we talked about, stay away from can't-do people. Okay, number three, get everyone in your life on the same page. This is so important, right? You're going to have people in your family and in your immediate circle that are going to try and talk you out of doing something great because they're too afraid to do it, and misery loves company, and they want to keep you there. Okay? When people start trying to talk you out of going the extra mile about doing something bigger for yourself and creating something amazing in your life, when people try and talk you out of that, that should be a big fat red flag that it might be time to start disassociating from that person. At the very least, distancing yourself from them. Okay? These are one of these things that when you finally put your finger on that, when you finally wrap your head around how valuable that is, you start thinking back about all the times in your life that you actually listen to those people, and you're like, shit, Man, it could have had to be 8. Okay. Those are the top 3. Now the 7th, okay, so if you want 4, 5, and 6, you got to read the book. Okay. The 7th, though, is what I really wanted to talk about today and challenge you to do. Now, if you are on Cardone University or Cardone On Demand, there is a chapter inside. We got a brand new training center. It's called, if you click into the Pick Your Problem section in our new training center, there's literally in Cardone On Demand, if you're in Cardone University, you want to go to Selling Basics, pop into the Attitude section, but Grant talks about this whole segment here. If you don't have access to it and you'd like 3 days for free, call me and I'll hook you up. But listen to this. Start the negativity diet. Commit to no negative thoughts, ideas, or talk for the next 24 hours. Can you do it? This will be a start to you really getting control of your thoughts and actions, and it will help you build discipline to control how you think and act. So could you go for 24 hours without having a negative thought, negative idea, or negative speech? Who's failed already? Right? So 24 hours. Can you do it? And that is your challenge. And that is how we are going to wrap up the Nooner. So that's your challenge today. I want you to try. In fact, no try. Sorry, my bad. There is no try, only do. Go for 24 hours. See if you can go for 24 hours without having any kind of a negative thought, impulse, verbiage, nothing. Straight up positivity for 24 hours. This is not a rah-rah thing. This is literally just to get you a sense of like, man, what's going on upstairs? Right? And then what are you doing to like deflect it when it comes in? Okay? So that's your challenge. Now, if you don't like this idea, if you think it might be bullshit, pardon my French, I'm going to tell you about a guy named Nate Nybo. Nate Nybo is an automotive professional who went on this no negativity diet, and he challenged himself to do this every day for 30 days. Okay? He went from selling 8 to 12 cars a month to 20 and stayed that way. He didn't do anything different in terms of his approach to selling cars. He just fixed his attitude and picked up another 8 to 10 units a month just from getting his head on right. Okay? So once you've handled this for 24 hours, go for 30 days. See what happens to you. I promise you, you will see some major improvements in your quality of life, your production, and your home life. Guarantee it. Message me your results, though, because I want to hear what happens to you after 24 hours of doing this negativity diet. David@grantcardone.com is my email address. Follow me on Twitter @DavidRBradley. You can call me direct anytime, 310-777-0352. It's been episode 121 of the Nooner. I'm out for the next 2 days, but I'll be back on Friday. We're going to talk about sales training statistics. 5 of them. They're going to scare the crap out of you, but the good news is I'll tell you what to do about it. So thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you tuning in to the Nooner. See you all on Friday. Remember, no negativity allowed here, and be great because nothing else pays, at least not much. Talk to you guys.